Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is an M53 M55, the Tier 9 American SPG, and this one's located on the west spawn of Sand River under the command of Lomian EU. Now it's an 8-inch howitzer on that Arty, so that tells me it's the M55 as used by the US Army. And well, 8-inch howitzer means it can do 1050 alpha if it hits the target and penetrates. Now, game started, he's moving off to a firing position, and it looks like he's going to go over this rise, over this height, the lookout, and go down the other side. Now the reload takes 42 seconds normally, but with a rammer, good crew, he's got it down to 32.3. And he's ready to shoot at the enemy, and he's looking for a target. First target he's found is a 113, a tier 10 Chinese heavy. Now this is a tier 10 battle. He's tier 9 Arty, so he's going to earn extra XP. Fires around in there quickly. It's a type 5. Was it a type 4? It was a type 4. And looks like he got a direct hit straight away off the bat, but we don't know how many hit points he gained because he lost sight of it just before the shell arrived. Got a bunch of enemy tanks there. TVP, Object 430, T10. Oh my goodness, a profusion of enemy tanks to shoot at. But only a few seconds away from firing the next round. So he's going to have to pick a target. And it looks like it's going to be the TVP or the Object 430. He's putting back his aim just to see if he can get it on the TVP. But he fires at the Object 430 instead, gets a direct hit on the engine bay of that medium. So he's managed to get 388 hit points off that shot. Now it appears that most of these tanks are actually firing at our Wizzy. And were firing at, well, our force that was going up to the area in the northeast corner of the map, but there's only the Wizzy 111 up there now. I think the other side of the map we've got an Object 140. There he is. Oh, it's an Object 430, sorry, and he's just been killed. So we're 2 tanks down on the enemy at the moment. And we're almost about to be loaded. Well, not quite. Only a few seconds away now. He's just trying to pick his target, but unfortunately those heights are getting in the way. So he might have to relocate or pick a new target. And he's decided to aim further down the riverbed. And the enemy's doing rather well. They're actually fairly close to our cap, and our our teammate in the M53, M55 is in grave danger now from being killed by an Object 430U who's approaching rather rapidly on the mini-map. Yes, he's been killed. So now Lomian is the only Arty on his team, and on the enemy team, well, they've got an FD3805. Okay, relocated to a new position. We've got an E75 and a Type 4 Heavy. That's the one he hit earlier in the game. He's now down to 58 hit points, 58% of his hit points. And now he's lost some more. That's 330 hit points. Now it looks like the enemy is actually making a strong advance into our cap area, but there's Conway and a ship barn holding them back. And it might be that Lomian's going to have to redirect his aim further to the north to fire over those heights into the enemy. But for the moment, he's aiming at that Type 4 Heavy in the E75 because we've got a force near the enemy cap. We're loaded, rounds out on Type 4, and it's a direct hit. Now our TVP was going in there to do some damage, and I suspect that Type 4 was, well, he was badly damaged, but we actually got some damage assist, I think, on an E75. And we've just lost a 277 to their 113. I think that was the same 113 we were looking at a while back. Now we're 2 tanks down on the enemy at the moment. There's their FB4005 Stage 2, otherwise known as the ship bomb, and he's hiding behind that rock, using his gun depression to try and attack the Wizzy 1114. And we just lost our TVP-250-51 to that ship bomb. Dialing in on the 113, but we're not loaded yet, and the Wizzy 1114 takes him out of the game. So we've managed to claw 1 tank back. The enemy thrust is still up in the north, trying to get our cap. But the Type 4 heavy's down the riverbed and the Conway's nearby. And I don't think they've managed to deal with the ship bomb. But Lamian is going after a T-49. Fires the round in, thinking he's going to go further to the south, but he didn't. He actually headed north instead. And the enemy's now got somebody capping. But it was only momentary, and I think that may have been the Object 430. We've lost the Conway. Yep, that Object 430 is going after our ship bomb. The scores are now even, and the enemy just lost their 430. Our T-49 got him from distance. Going after the 430U. That looks a good shot. It was a direct hit, 383 hit points. Unfortunately, all the tanks that went down to the enemy cap area have been killed, including that Wizzy 1114. But it's now 3 tanks versus 4. On our side, we've got the ship barn and a T-49, and of course Lamian in the M55. The enemy, oh well, the enemy just lost their Object 257 to Lamian. So Lamian's got his first kill. All they've got now is the ship barn, a T-49 and an FB3805. So the same teams, but only difference is in the Arty, and that T-49 on the enemy team is getting close, and I'm amazed that he hasn't spotted us. Sixth sense didn't go off, so I don't think he knows we're here. Lined up, we're almost loaded. Now we're loaded. And he has spotted us now. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a shot on him. He went over up that rise. And before he could come down, here he comes. And yes, shotgun. That worked nicely. He got the aim steady on target and then shot. But unfortunately, we lost our FB4005. The enemy still got theirs, but they've got their FB3805 as well. Well, our T-49 seems to be doing rather well. He's got 1 kill at least. And the enemy's now shooting RT shells at the spot where we once were, but not where we are now. Looks like Lamian's going to take up a position, wait for any information on the enemy from the T-49. And we found the ship on. He's off towards the south of the map, and the T-49 managed to spot him from a distance. And I'm not so sure that that FB4005 knows where we are. But Lamian's decided to relocate, and that's probably a wise decision. If he gets north of the riverbed, the T-49 can spot for us and we can put shells into him. It also indicates the FB3805 might be back at his own cap area, and if he can get a kill on his artist point, he's found him! He's found him! Now, can Lamian get a shot at this FB3805? Yes, well, it's a rather slow Arty. We know the vicinity. We haven't got the exact spot on him now. We need the T-49 to go up the ridge line. Then we should be able to see him. He's going up. There he is. Line him up for a perfect shot. 8-inch shell. Rounds out. Long flight time. And it's a hit, but it wasn't a killing hit. But the T-49 has finished him off. So it's now 2 versus 1. And as far as we're aware, the FB4005 could be near our cap. So now we need our T-49 to return to his spot for us. Instead, he's actually decided to the cap, and that may not be a good idea, because the FB4005 may decide to return to his own cap, kill the T-49, and that would just leave us on our own at a disadvantage. Well, Lamian's found a new firing position, and this looks pretty good to me. There's the FP4005. He's been spotted near the cap area, lining up a shot. Dialing in and rounds out. This is going to fall behind him. But it did do some damage. It splashed him for 96. And we're getting closer to the cap as we go. Now, I favoured actually doing this myself. If you're on attacking an enemy who might be trying to reset the cap, the best thing to do is sometimes to go around the north route. There's plenty of areas that you can hide and shoot on the caps from here. The only worry is if you sit too high up, the enemy might see you. But we know the FP4005 is way down in the south, and the T-49's a light tank, so he's got good view range, and he might be able to find that FP4005 for us. Oh, rock in the way. Don't want to flip yourself. That would be rather embarrassing. And there's the FP4005. He's been seen. But Lomian's keeping going, and I think he's going to try and get into a position so he can get shots on the FP4005 in the riverbed. Or is he going for the cap? Well, we've lost sight of that ship barn now. Well, there he is again, and we're lining up a shot on him. Our T-49's nearby. We fire around in, and no, we didn't get any damage at all that time. It wasn't fully dialed in when he shot. Now the FP4005 is in a position where he can actually probably, at maximum range, spot what's going on near the cap. He knows somebody's in the cap, and he must assume that it's us if he knows that T-49 is closer to him. We're loaded, ready to go. The FP4005 is in the riverbed. Oh, we just lost him, but we can splash kill the FP, and we do! In fact, it was a direct hit that wipes him out, and Lomian wins the game for his team. Very nicely done. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Lomian EU in the M53, M55. He picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, critical incapacitations or module damage. In fact, he got 17 in that game. And he picked up a Gore's medal. He did more damage, exceeding 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. I know it says 8 there, but it is actually 10 according to Wargaming. And the win 8 for that game was 5,419, which is Super Unicum standard. So let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest amount of damage in the game. That actually went to the ship barn. The FP4005 on the enemy team did 4,680 hit points of damage, but he didn't pick up a high caliber. And he's not showing any team damage, so maybe there was another reason why he didn't actually pick it up. But when it came to damage on his own team, the TVP T5051 got 3905, and then we got Lomian with 3882. When it came to kills, well, the top spot came to that our FP4005. He got 4 kills. Then came the TVP T5051, Lomian, and of course the FP4005 on the enemy team. All got 3 kills apiece. When it came to base XP, though, it was definitely Lomian who got the highest amount. He got 1,114. Then came the C49 with 1,025. It was pity that he died right at the end before knowing that that Lomian had it, but I'm sure he would have known a moment afterwards that they'd succeeded. He got a patrol duty as well. So let's have a look at the detail report. Lomian fired 14 shots in that game, got 8 direct hits, but no penetrations. Splash damage on 15, so he must have hit some tanks that were in proximity to other tanks, and that did more than one splash. Damage of 3,882 hit points, of which 3,560 were up more than 300 meters. So I think actually one of those shots must have been pretty close to the FP4005. Now he damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 3 of them, and did damage assistance of 94 hit points and stun assistance of 932 hit points off 12 stuns. He managed to get 41 capture points while he was sitting in the cap, and he earned 51,266 credits on a premium account, and after ammunition resupply, he took away 25,086 credits. He got 5 bonds for getting the Gore's medal because it was a tier 10 game, And he also earned 1,671 XP times 2 for the first victory, took away 3,342 experience points altogether. So very nice at the end that he was the one to kill the ship bar. And I think they both managed to get shots. So I'm pretty sure the T-49 did get a shot on the FB at some point just before he was killed. And that managed to reduce the number of hit points of the FB4005 to a level where Lomian could actually splash kill him. But when it came to that last shot, it was a direct hit on the ship barn that took him out. And that must have been very satisfying for him because it's a very good way to end the game. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.